Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. We're gonna do something a little bit different today. First of all, the music in the background, I do not own the rights. I do not own or reserve the rights to these songs, okay? All right, anyways, okay, so we're gonna be baking. I want to bake some bread, okay? Welcome to my aunt's kitchen. Now, we're gonna be baking some bread. I'm waiting for my neighbor to get back to me because I need some yeast because we don't have any yeast, okay? So I know you can replace it with buttermilk and something else, and we don't have any measuring cups either. Yeah, and I'm not a professional baker, so trying to bake without, people say you just kind of eye it. I don't really know how to do that. So sadly, I don't know how to do that yet, okay? All right, I'm gonna get flour. We're gonna use whole wheat flour. I know what you might be thinking, that could potentially be gross. There is all-purpose flour here, but I really don't want to use that. I prefer to be healthy. So I think we're gonna use the whole wheat flour. And yeah, all right. So I heard that all you need is flour, salt, and water and yeast and some time. It takes a little bit of time. All right, guys, I'll be back. Okay, remember, I do not have the rights for this music, okay? So what we're gonna do, I wrote the recipe down because I don't know how to do this. Okay, so it says 4 cups of flour. So I already put 1. And once more, so I'm using this flour. Okay, so I already put 1. This one's second one, 2. All right. 3. I know some things are really finicky and you really need to make sure you like dust it off, and they usually do, but I feel like with this it's okay because you can kind of like change the amount of water you put to it. All right, so this is what we're working with. All right, so now it says 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna grab the salt. And this is where it's really important because you want to make sure you use a teaspoon instead of a tablespoon, because that is okay. So sorry, I ran out of storage. Okay, so it's really important that you pay attention to tablespoon or teaspoon because that is a big difference. Okay, all right, so we need 1 teaspoon of salt. There's a difference between yum and too salty, you know? Right. That's a decent amount of salt. But it's okay because there's a lot of flour in there. That's what we have to remember, that there's a lot of flour. All right, we packed this baby just like we packed the. All right, now we gotta mix. Try to find. Sorry, keep running out of storage. I gotta deal with that. All right, I'm gonna use this. Let me make sure. Okay, back. Hopefully that will be okay with storage. All right, so now we're going to, so this is where you'd add the yeast in, but I don't have any yeast, so I'm making a baking soda because I don't have any baking powder. I'm making a baking soda, apple cider vinegar thing. My neighbor didn't have that either. She had nutritional yeast, which is cheese flavored, and I don't think it does the same thing. So, all right, so now we're gonna add in the baking soda and the apple cider vinegar after we do the 2 cups of warm water. So yeah, come with me. All right, I don't know how people like. Personally, I don't like drinking water from the sink, and if I don't have to, I'm just going to use water from the refrigerator and just warm it up because I think that's better for you. You don't know what these people put inside of our stuff. I'm not trying to be skeptical. I'm just being honest. You do your research, you'll probably feel the same way that I feel. All right, now, unless you just don't care. But okay, so I'm gonna put 2 cups of cold water in a bowl. I'm gonna warm it up. It is actually really important, I didn't know this before, that the water is the right temperature because of something. If you know what that is, you can definitely put in the comments. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm gonna warm this up. And yep. All We're probably gonna do, I know the microwave is not the best place for things, but for now, that's what we're gonna do, okay? Because the gamma rays, all that jazz. Okay, but we're gonna put this in here. We're gonna warm it up for probably a minute. And yeah, as that goes, I will get you guys back up again. Where did I have you guys? Right here? All right. Now, I'm going to, as that's going, I'm gonna sprinkle some flour on the counter. They say to sprinkle some flour on the counter so that you can, let me show you guys, okay? You guys don't always have to stare at my face. All right, so I'm gonna sprinkle some on the counter. I don't really know how he did it. I know there's some things on this counter, but I did wipe it before I'm doing this. Don't worry, okay? I wiped it and then I did well, let me go check on the water. I think it's probably more than good, okay. All right, we're at 19 seconds. All right, so we're at lukewarm with the water. I'm gonna close this. All right, so this is 2 cups of water. We're gonna add that into our mix. 2 cups of warm water, and this into our mix, okay? He did say to add a little bit more water after, so we're just gonna have to go back in and warm it up. All right, and this is when I'm gonna add the baking soda and the apple cider vinegar because it says to do that. I'm gonna do apple cider vinegar because I don't have regular vinegar. Apple cider vinegar does have a potent taste, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not gonna be a whole lot. Okay, it's supposed to be 1. Okay, it's supposed to be half a teaspoon. This is a teaspoon, so I just kind of like put half of it in there. Okay, so we're gonna dump this in here, and then it's gonna be another half a teaspoon of, oh, that's why. This is why you don't put it over the bowl, because that would have been a whole mess. All right, so I'm just gonna do half. I think a little bit more, and it's okay. All right, so I'm gonna put this in here. All right, I'm gonna stir. Yeah, he's right. You're definitely gonna need a little bit more water. So I'm gonna warm up my water as I'm doing this, so when I need it, it is gonna be ready, okay? All right, that is going. I'm gonna be stirring this. Oh yeah, I definitely need some more water, but we see how it's coming together. All right, let me move this so this doesn't actually spill and ruin everything. Alright, now I'm gonna add some more water in here. It probably needs all this, honestly. Alright. So then I'm gonna continue stirring this. Of course, trying to move my hair out of it because nobody wants that in their food. Alright, keep stirring. Okay. Yikes. I don't know how he made this work with that water because I need a little bit more water, it seems like. Okay. But to be fair, I did kind of overfill my cups. That's something else I have to remember. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go back in here with a little bit more water because as we can see, there's just no way, right? All right. Maybe it's because I'm using whole wheat flour. Maybe there's more of a wheat germ. I think that's how that works. If you know, you can definitely put in the comments because I don't really do that. I'm not a baker yet, okay? That's on for another 30 seconds. Oh, all right. All right, 15 more seconds left. All right, well, as that's going, I like to clean up my mess as I go along because that just tends to make your life so much easier when you're done. So we're gonna go ahead and put this back. Alright, let's go. Put some more in here. Alright, I don't want to do too much water because obviously Oh. It broke. All right, well, let's just keep going. All right, we do not want my hair in the food. All right, I'm gonna pause this as I'm mixing because that's just gonna be a minute, okay? All right, guys, I am back. Okay, so I'm so sorry. There's some parts I didn't record. So I flipped the bread, right? I put flour on the counter, right? Then what did I do? I left the flour on the counter actually, and I put the bread inside of a pan. No, I'm sorry. So I put flour on the counter, right? I flipped the bread once, flipped the bread twice, and then it bakes on 450. It bakes on 450 for 30 minutes covered, right, with the lid on top, and then you take the lid off and it bakes for another 15 minutes. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. Let me take it out to see. Remember, this is whole wheat bread. This is probably why they use parchment paper, because it sticks like nobody's business to this pan. But hey, we're gonna make this work. Just in case any of you guys want to know, I am still fighting this bread, okay? Oh, it's so hot. Use parchment paper, kids. Adults, all of us. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I got part out. I just have a similar. I use whole wheat flour, so it's healthy. It needs butter. I would use olive oil, but this bread is healthy as healthy gets. I don't think olive oil is gonna cut it, so we're about to use some butter, okay? You gotta figure it out. Ideally, we would use some type of healthy butter, but we're just gonna use a little bit of this. Oh, or you know what I could do? I could, you know how there's olive oil and then they do, well, this one's avocado oil, so we're just gonna use this because your girl is being lazy. We're gonna try this and see. A little bit better. Not bad. Not bad. Pretty healthy. With butter, oh my gosh, heaven. Heaven. Oh my gosh. Make you some, okay? I would tell you guys how it looks coming out, but it's still in there. It's still in there. I'll figure it out, okay? All right. Bringing some to my neighbor. I love you guys. I hope this video was helpful. God bless.